Hey everybody, what's up? Fadel over here, and today I wanted to talk about the recent big rumor that Nintendo is planning to make a Switch Mini coming out in later 2019. This comes from a Japanese publication called Nikkei, in which they reported that Nintendo is planning to release a smaller version of the Switch meant for more portability, handheld, possibly to attract more children and more users and make the price of the model cheaper and maybe make it like downgraded. So I wanted to talk about this for a couple reasons, because it's a difficult situation, right? And on one hand, okay, it makes sense. The regular Switch is a big device. It's meant for an older audience, right? People want to play the Switch. I don't know, like all the marketing for the Switch has always been people my age in their 20s. It's been older people, not really for children, right? So I do think with games like Pokemon coming out and other stuff like that, and more spin-offs from Mario and all this, that they want to bring in younger audiences, because Nintendo wants the widest range of people out there. So my one big gripe with this is this potentially delays the upgrade we could be getting for the Switch. Like, I just think we are more deserving, and I think we are more in need of a Switch Pro, and then make the base model Switch cheaper for the younger audience. Because I know the Switch isn't the easiest thing for children to hold, but I think it does service enough of a job that they could use it. And I do think if you just dumb it down and make it smaller, again, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just opposed to it if it comes at the expense of a bigger and better Switch. And I do think we need one, right? Because sure, the Switch is amazing as it is. I think it could use a bit of a bigger screen, like take off that fucking bezel on the black sides, and I don't know, make it give it a bit more power, give it a bit more memory space. And not that that matters, because everyone's using SD cards. Give it a bit more battery life. Like, it doesn't even have to be a super 4K Switch, ultra god tier. It just has to be like an extra upgrade that people can get into. But again, the Switch Mini thing, I personally don't think we need it, and I think if they make a Switch handheld only, that's gonna be really weird. Like, I think you're actually breaking a lot of games that way, like games that require the motion. Like, there's certain moons in Mario Odyssey you need to use the motion to get. Like, so you're telling me someone couldn't 100% a game because they're stuck with a handheld only Switch? So even a game like 1-2 Switch, not saying that's the most popular thing ever that anyone's gonna care, but that game becomes unplayable. So it creates a few issues. Now again, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it's just gonna be a shrunk down screen. Like, think of the Nintendo Switch we got here. So let's pull this out, right? And just think of it like this, like where instead of the screen being here, it's like here, and the Joy-Cons are closer together. Like, I think it's just gonna be this, but just smaller and with less power. So again, I'm not opposed to it. I just think it's a weird idea. I don't think Nintendo should be investing in this. I think they should just make this Switch cheaper and give us a Switch Pro, because the largest user base of the Switch are older audiences, and I think they should stick to it because they've seen success with it. I understand there's a market for the children. Frankly, I do think the children can use this thing. Like, I've seen kids use a Switch. And again, sure, maybe it's not the most comfortable thing of all time, but kids don't fucking care. Kids just play with their games. Like, they'll take their wins, right? And I just think they should serve as the audience the Switch has been selling to, as opposed to... Okay, maybe that sounds mean. I'm not saying they should ignore the children. I'm just saying there's more of a demand for a Switch Pro than a Switch handheld. And it's always baffled me, people saying, I want a Switch that's handheld only. I'm like, why would you want to remove the option? Again, maybe you played vastly majority in handheld mode for some people, but it's like, it's the Switch's feature. It's like, the click in the commercial wouldn't mean anything if it's only a handheld, right? And I don't know. It doesn't mesh well with me. I don't think it's a good idea, and I just think the pro people, especially with third parties coming through, right? We're hearing Doom Eternal's coming to Switch, Mortal Kombat 11's coming to Switch. Are these games gonna run at 60 frames like the other consoles? Are they gonna be as well? No, they're not, right? And obviously, if you don't make a better, bigger model, you're not gonna see better frame. Not even Breath of the Wild doesn't even run at like 60. If anything, sometimes it's 30 or less depending on where you are. It's like they are demanding a lot of power out of this thing for certain games. Like even Mario Odyssey, when you go to New Donk City, the frame rate drops from 60 to like 40. So I think they just need a bit of a more powerful console. It doesn't have to be super powerful. And I think if they launch them side by side, it would be like, imagine, I think, if anything, stop shipping regular Switch. You make the Switch Mini and the Switch Enhanced. Like, don't even, honestly, maybe don't even market it as a new Pro Switch. Market it as the new Switch, right? And that's how it is. Don't call it the new Switch. We don't need a new 3DS situation. Just make it the base of the Switch is just this Pro model. And then you make maybe you make the base models that are still out there cheaper, and then you can make the mini model that's like $200 instead of the current $300. But anyways, these are my thoughts on the whole Switch Mini rumor. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's looking more and more likely, sadly. And let me know if you guys want it, if you guys are into it. And yeah, so thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.